Hi, I'm Susan from BakeWithMom.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make a rum cake with a box cake. I'm going to start by buttering and flouring my pan. You can use a bundt pan or a tube. And I have 1 cup of chopped pecans, and I chopped them very coarse. And we're going to put those in the bottom. Then we're going to put our box mix in our mixer. We want our electric mixer, and we're only going to mix for 2 minutes. To that, I'm going to add 1 box. It's a 4-ounce. Yes, it's a 4-ounce box of instant vanilla pudding. Then I have half a cup of butter, which is 1 stick. I melted it, but you can just use softened butter. Then we add a 1/2 cup of cold water. We're going to mix this at medium for 2 minutes. We're going to preheat our oven to 325. You want to drop your rack to halfway through the oven. Now that we have it mixed in with the mixer, we're going to add a 1/2 cup of rum. And we're going to stir this in. The reason we don't do this on the mixer is because it'll start cooking your eggs when you've got that high speed going. So we want to just gently fold in our rum. Now I'm going to pour it into the pan, and I'm going to turn the pan as I'm pouring it so we get it all over. Now you will have to coax it around the pan a little bit. Now we're going to put our cake in the center rack and let it bake for 1 hour. While our cake is almost done, it's about 15 minutes to being done. So I've got 1 stick of butter, salted butter, and I'm going to melt it on the stove, and I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar. This is granulated sugar, and 1/4 cup of water. And we're going to let this all melt down together. We want our butter melted and our sugar dissolved. And then we have to let it cool for a little bit, and we're going to add a 1/2 cup of rum after it's cooled. And this gets poured over our cake when it's done. This is what it should look like when it gets to the stage we have to cool it. I'm going to stir in my 1/2 cup of rum. Gorgeous. So we're going to let this cool for about 15 minutes and take it out of the pan. After your cake is cool, it shrinks away from the edge. But you were going to have to take a metal spatula and run it along the bottom if you're using a tube pan like I did to loosen it from the bottom. And you might want to just make sure the middle's loose. I'm going to put it on a pan. Now I'm going to take a fork and I'm going to prick the top, do it all around, and what we're going to do is we're going to drizzle our glaze, and some of it will now be absorbed into the cake besides the top and sides of the cake. Drizzle it on the top. It's okay if it goes in the middle of your cake. When you're cutting it, you can always take some of that yummy rum butter that's on the bottom and serve it with your cake when you're serving it.